You're watching Filter Copy, the channel where you get accurate, reliable and fact-based information from the world of education. My name is T.S. Sudhir. Now, for the kind of hype that was created around Education Minister Goes Live, nothing really substantive emerged out of it. This was Union Education Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank in a live interaction with the stakeholders, students, parents and teachers at 10 a.m. on the 10th of December. Now, let me divide the session, the 1 hour long session, into two parts. The first part was a monologue during which he patted himself and his ministry on the back for whatever had happened over the last 9 to 10 months during the pandemic in India. Okay, the second part, the second half hour, he took questions but did not give a very straight and clear answers to most of the questions. He was rather evasive, at least that's the impression many of us listening to his session got. Now, obviously everyone expected that he would provide some clarity on the dates of the board examinations, also the dates of the different entrance examinations, mainly JEE mains and NEET, but nothing of the sort really happened. Now let's go through some of the main questions that he answered, and unlike the 1 hour, we would not take so long. I would finish this video in under 10 minutes. On postponement of examinations, which was the major demand, the biggest demand from students, there was no clear answer. To one particular question, he said, he referred to how exam dates were postponed earlier in 2020, and therefore it could be done this time as well. So if you want to read between the lines, there was some kind of a hint there. About how practical exams can clash with JEE mains examinations, especially if those practical exams are conducted in January, February. The minister said that the CBSE will instruct all schools to ensure no practical examinations are conducted on the dates on which JEE mains are conducted. So he said it will be ensured that those dates don't clash. Okay, that was one straight answer. One student said, please do not reduce syllabus for class 10 and class 12 board examinations, and he complimented that particular student for saying that. And I do hope now at least all those fakos who keep claiming that 100% syllabus will still be reduced stop misguiding students who are set to appear for board examinations in 2021. About syllabus reduction for JEE and NEET, and this is important. He gave what I thought was a bit of a golmole answer. At least I couldn't really make sense of what he was talking about. He said, the minister said, some boards like the CBSE have reduced syllabus for class 12 by almost 30%, while some state boards have not reduced it. Some have reduced it by a little less, some in fact by a little more. So he said that we will set the paper will be set in such a way that both set of students do not suffer. Now, how is that possible? We don't know, because if some chapters or parts of some chapter are, say, removed by CBSE for class 12 in physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology, I'm talking of both NEET and JEE, but the same chapters and concepts are retained by some state board, say the Telangana Intermediate Board or the Maharashtra State Board or the Punjab State Board. Now, how is it that a student in the Punjab State Board, he may or may not prepare for that particular chapter, questions from that chapter or that particular concept, but a CBSE student may? You know, it could work both ways. So, the students would have really liked a more clear answer as far as syllabus reduction is concerned, given the fact that there is no uniformity with regards to syllabus reduction by different boards, CBSE, ISE and different state boards in the country. So, will questions be asked from those chapters or not? We do not know. The students do not know. Point number 5, the minister was unwilling to concede that the quality of online classes is not up to the mark. In fact, he kept patting himself on the back for the conduct of NEET and even the Bihar elections. It really seems that, there is a bit of a disconnect from the quality of these online classes, the network coverage area, and whether students are really able to study and continue with their process of learning in many of the rural and semi-rural areas in our country. They seem to have really fallen off the learning map, and the education minister, one would have expected, would be more aware of that. In fact, kept complimenting his ministry for the conduct of NEET and JEE. And we are not saying that it was a success. They did a good job, but there is a difference between the 2020 examinations and the 2021 examinations, because in 2020 students had attended classes. They were prepared for the examinations to a large extent. The problem was with the conduct of the examinations given the fear around COVID-19. This time, ahead of 2021, the issue is that of the preparation itself, because students have not seen the inside of a classroom for this entire year, right? So now to test them, now to expect them to be at the same level as their seniors have been would be a tad unfair, is what I think. And as I said, not everyone has access to online tools. There is a difference between the haves and the have-nots, between the rural areas in the country and the urban areas in the country. So the ministry, the NTA, the CBSE, the Council for ICSE all have to keep this in mind. Point number 6 about dates for the JEE Mains. Remember, the JEE Mains first edition normally takes place in the month of January. He said no decision has yet been taken, so the suspense continues. So does this mean that what Dr. Vineet Joshi, the Director General of NTA, said, that the JEE Mains first edition could now take place after the middle of February, does not stand? We do not know. He said no decision has yet been taken, is what the Union Minister for Education said. One student suggested that JEE Mains should be conducted 4 times in a year, right? Now, like on many other questions, this time also the minister said there would be gambhirta se vichar, that this would be seriously discussed. Now, that's a bit strange, because how can JEE be conducted 4 times in a year and NEET be conducted on a single day once a year? Wouldn't there be some kind of disparity? In that case, why shouldn't NEET be conducted more times a year? That would be the question asked by many people. Point number 8. To a question, he said there is no question of cancelling NEET. That's what he said very categorically, and he in fact took a dig at those people who are lobbying for the postponement of exams in 2020. So that is the gist of what the Education Minister said. All I would say out here is continue studying. There is no clarity with regards to the dates or with regards to the syllabus. Yes, it would seem that the dates could well be postponed, but again, as I said, everyone was expecting that the Education Minister would provide some clarity, given the fact that just 2 days back, the Controller of Examinations of the CBSE, Dr. Sanyam Bharadwaj, had said that the CBSE board exams will be conducted in February-March on schedule. He did not say anything to the contrary, except to say that exams have been postponed in the past and they could be considered this time as well, is all what the minister said during his 1 hour long interaction, or 1 hour long session, of which the second half was the interactive session. So that's it here on Filter Copy. Do stay tuned for, as I said, the most accurate and fact-based information, news you can trust. Thank you very much for watching. Keep safe. God bless you.